I think Senator Sessions should come back. I think he owes it to this committee to come back and to explain himself. Because he also says in his letter, may I just... I will not, this will be very short. He says, let's see, I did not mention communications I had with the Russian ambassador over the years because the question did not ask about them. I asked him what he would do as Attorney General if it was true that members of the campaign had met with the Russians. So he says, I did not mention communications I had with the Russian ambassador over the years because the question did not ask about them. He answered a question I didn't ask. And for him to put this in his letter as a response is insulting. And he should come back and explain himself, Mr. Chairman. I think he owes that to us. Because this appears to me like he was, and I've bent over backward, not to say that he lied. He needs to come back. I've bent over backward. I have given him the benefit of the doubt, but he has to come back.
Mr. Chairman, may I, may I just make one clarification, and I apologize, but Senator Franken's comments, I think, make it important for me to make this point. That is that I want to make sure I didn't misspeak earlier when I was asked about whether or not I would announce that an investigation was ending regarding Russia. I want to make sure you're all clear on this, that I do not know if there is an investigation. I don't know anything but what I've read in the newspapers at this point.
Well, I actually find it very disturbing that you did not read the declassified report on Russia's activities during the election. I find that very, very disturbing.
I read the newspaper story. I'm very, very sorry to hear that, Senator.
I would like to comment on what Senator Franken just said. And I don't expect Senator Franken to act like I would towards our witnesses, but as I remember Senator Franken asking his question of Senator Sessions, he referred to something that there had just been something come on CNN that obviously, and Franken said that Senator Sessions wouldn't know what it was, and he was going to take that into consideration, that it would have been all right for you to ask your question, and you probably should have given him a chance to get the information you had and reflect on it and give an answer in writing. Now, the way I tend to, and you both of you know that I said this to you when you were in the privacy of my office. If I was going to ask you a gotcha question, I was going to tell you about it ahead of time. And I consider what Senator Franken asked Sessions at that late moment that story just come out as a gotcha question. And
it was not a gotcha question, sir.
It was, from the standpoint that he didn't know what you were asking about.
But I said that as I was asking the question. I said you haven't heard this, and I don't expect that you have heard it.
Senator, tell us.
Look at the tape, Mr.